Thank you for joining us wherever you're watching tonight, and welcome to the 5th Annual Janessa Ramirez Scholarship Awards presented by Community Kickoff. In January of 2015, 9-year-old Janessa Ramirez, a 4th grader from Steinbeck Elementary, was caught in the crossfire of a gang dispute just west of Highway 99. That night, Janessa passed away with her mother by her side.
This is a tragic day.
A Fox News alert and a shooting about 2.5 hours ago just coming to light in Fresno, California. The police chief there
shot and killed after being caught in the crossfire of a gun battle with a rival gang.
Janessa Ramirez was killed by a stray bullet.
This is a very sad day in the city of Fresno today because a 9-year-old innocent girl was shot and killed. A shooting in the city of Fresno, and she was the unintended target.
Rex, I missed that.
One of those rounds struck 9-year-old Janessa Ramirez in the stomach, and that was a fatal wound. We have a mother who has lost her baby girl, her 9-year-old girl.
There is that void, and like to people, it's hard. Like I said, it's so hard, and like I said,
to lose someone in that tragic of an incident, is something that we need to keep in mind and we need to honor.
The Central Unified School District honored her with a scholarship fund in her name.
A scholarship in honor of the late Janessa Ramirez.
This is the 3rd year for the Janessa Ramirez Scholarship, and each year her mom, Stacey Gonzalez, has been there to hand them out to selected students.
she is the poster child of gun violence.
That's Janessa's mother.
We want students that are doing this to make a difference like she would have.
Just having it come from Janessa Ramirez Scholarship, it means a lot more than just someone handing out money.
Her life had purpose. Janessa worked really hard every single day, do all of her work, and really wanted to excel. She walked with a light. You knew you were going to be an instant friend and that she really truly cared about who you are.
It's one of the scholarships that holds a really big meaning for me because it's like I could continue on this person's legacy and it makes me kind of proud.
They say, we will never forget your daughter. When I graduate college, I'm going to say, thank you, Janessa. Like, wow, so that's a wow factor. Chief Dyer says, Stacey, she's Fresno's baby and she'll be forever known.
The family and central community suffered a great loss, and Janessa's mother, Stacey Gonzalez, has said her daughter is the poster child of gang violence. Nevertheless, Stacey says her daughter's legacy will forever live on through this scholarship program. For the past 5 years, the Foundation for Schools has allocated $15,000 annually in scholarships to deserving seniors in honor of Janessa. To date, the scholarship program has awarded $77,500. This year, the foundation announced the addition of a seventh $2,500 scholarship. On behalf of the foundation, we would like to thank all our Central Unified seniors who applied for this year's scholarship. The competition was tough, as students were given a project and a theme choice. They shared their personal stories about gang violence, ideas of honoring Janessa, and how they overcame the global pandemic. And now, it is with great honor and pleasure to share tonight our 2021 Janessa Ramirez Scholarship recipients.
My name is Caitlin Ibarra, and I've always had the desire to help people, which is why I'm now pursuing a doctoral degree in physical therapy. I want to show people just how strong they can be. Whether it's a sports injury, a major surgery, I want to show them that they can come back even stronger than before. I was taught by the people around me, my coaches, my trainers, and my friends, to always get back up when you're knocked down. However, my biggest influence was my family.
My dad did never get the chance to go to college. He stayed home and he helped his parents pay the bills, and he worked just straight through high school, and he just continued working, and he actually paid for his brother's college and stuff, and so it's like I don't want him to pay for mine too, and it's like I want to be responsible for my own things.
My name is Jacob Jones, and this is my essay about the importance of giving back. As a lifelong athlete, it was hard for me to think about anything else but playing sports. As I grew up, I learned that it was very important to give back to the community and that I can do both. My first experience with giving back to the community involved a request from my pastor to come to this middle school and speak to the youth. This is my very first speaking event. I wasn't really sure what I would say. My parents helped me write down my thoughts and organize them into a speech. I attended the event dressed in a nice shirt and tie. These kids the kids I was speaking to were barely a few years younger than me. At that moment, I realized that I have a greater purpose and a bigger calling. I take care of my community. I'm a great athlete. I'm a great student. I get done in the classroom. I'm obedient to everybody. I'm a hard worker. I'm coachable, especially like my teacher's not just coaching like on the field, but in the classroom.
To bring awareness to the Janessa Ramirez Scholarship Program, the effects of gang violence, and the importance of community, the Foundation approved a mural in honor of Janessa Ramirez, created by local muralist Samantha Lascano. Thanks to the support of Highway City Development Incorporated, this mural will live for the next 5 years at the Granville Teague Resource Center. For more information about the Janessa Ramirez Scholarship Program, visit centralfoundation.org. You can take action today by participating in our virtual auction. Just visit 32auctions.com/2021 JRS. 100% of the proceeds benefit the Janessa Ramirez Scholarship Fund. Bid, buy, donate today. Auction closes at 8 p.m. tonight.
I think I should be considered for the Janessa Ramirez Scholarship because I really do believe in change, and I really want to see our schools kind of exposed to the conversation of gang violence.
To really honor Janessa Ramirez and educate about gang violence, I believe holding a week-long awareness week would help to educate the youth of today just how harmful it is to participate in gun violence, the illegal drug trade, vandalism, and assault. Janessa Ramirez would be the face of it, acting as our motive to push for the change in our community. Schools today already have weeks dedicated to drug awareness, suicide awareness, and mental health awareness. And with my proposition, I believe we should have a new one dedicated to gang violence, with purple theme of a bear with a heart.
Here's a story of the challenges that I faced and how I hope to better my community through these experiences. When I was born without my right outer ear, and growing up, my parents often wondered if I was going to have any hearing or speech errors because of this condition.
The whole meaning behind this was just to share my story and encourage other people, because it was something where, that's not a lot of things that, adults get nervous for surgery. Adults get nervous for, big decisions like that in their life, and to go through that at such a young age was very, very, very interesting.
This is the most humbling project I've ever done. To do it as a memorial to a child, and then to meet the mom and the grandma.
She was so funny because, like I said, she picked her own room, and she said, "This is mine," and okay, that's your room, so she's just a good kid.
That's kind of when Stacey was telling me a little bit more about Janessa and just about the color purple, her loving purple, and her also being a lefty and I'm a lefty. The butterflies, just certain parts of the visuals that Stacey wanted to see in this mural. And as I was designing it, she's really who I had in mind the most.
Thanks so very much. Think about her every day.
Thank you for watching the 5th Annual Janessa Ramirez Scholarship Awards, presented by Community Care Health. Because your community is our community. Thank you, Jones Hall LLP, Harris Construction, Sim PBK, Blair Church and Flynn Consulting Engineers, Advantech, and Mid-Valley Disposal.
I'm Elisha Mata and I'm 17 years old, and basically I just wanted to share this essay explaining how gang violence has affected me in my life and what I've kind of done to overcome it. I grew up off of Valentine and Clinton most of my life. This area is near a park, commonly referred to as Victoria Park. Gang violence was a common thing, especially at night. Ambulances, gunshots, and screaming was almost an everyday experience for me. For a young child who was never exposed to a different environment, these things became the norm. It was difficult to see life beyond drugs, guns, and solid-colored hats and bandanas. In this kind of environment, no one is there to explain to you that this isn't the way life should be. This isn't all the world has to offer. Although nothing like that has happened where a loved one or a family member has been killed because of that, I've definitely experienced a lot of things where people were selling me things, or even one time someone tried kidnapping me at Victoria Park. So I feel just the environment and just knowing how toxic it could be for young kids is what really I think pulled my heartstrings.
Hi, I'm Damon Casares, I'm 18, and I am ASPA president at Central East High School. One of the biggest challenges, to put it simply, was growing up. Unfortunately, I was bullied for so many different things, such as my weight, my voice, and even for my sexuality. It left me with emotional scarring, which I still struggle with today. The bullying began in elementary school. I was told a range of things like I was fat, I was ugly, who ate all the cupcakes, nobody likes you, not even God. As time went on, I even convinced myself that this type of treatment was normal.
I think I'm one of the most involved students. Maybe not sports-wise, but like community-wise. As a senior, I'm ASB president, and I also have been doing the mascot for 4 years.
For more information about the Janessa Ramirez Scholarship Program, visit centralfoundation.org. You can take action today by participating in our virtual auction. Just visit 32auctions.com/2021JRS. 100% of the proceeds benefit the Janessa Ramirez Scholarship Fund. Bid, buy, donate today. Auction closes at 8 p.m. tonight. This mural will stand to honor, remember, and highlight Janessa Ramirez Scholarship Program, her story, and bring awareness to gang violence in our city.
There's never really a dull moment with Janessa, so I feel like that, I always think about that day and how much fun we had. It just reminds me of how it was never boring with her and how much joy she brought into my life.
My name is Isabella Aguila, and this is my video submission for the Janessa Ramirez Scholarship. Even though I have not seen the effects of gang violence like my parents have, that does not mean it is not affecting others in my community. Educating students at a young age will prevent future encounters with gangs, and encouraging students to become involved in extracurricular activities will occupy their free time. To involve students at primary and secondary schools, I would create a program that is structured similar to the traditional Big Brother program. Specifically, I would pair high school students to elementary or middle school students in a Central Big Grizzly Mentor program. Central has given to me, and I've been able to return and put back into Central. It's been a long, hard 4 years, the ups and downs, such as, this pandemic, something we would have never seen coming, but I like to contribute in any way that I can.
The Janessa Ramirez Scholarship Program attracts many applicants because many students are familiar with Janessa's story. In particular, this year's deserving applicants were still in elementary school when Janessa passed. Our recipients today possess the classic hallmarks of a Central Unified student who serves the community in addition to pursuing academic excellence while balancing co-curricular activities. A few of the stories brought some of us to tears as they've had to overcome physical challenges, while others have financial barriers. In one way or another, they related to Janessa. Their stories inspired us because they represent the promise of a brighter future as they pursue higher education to become leaders who will serve their communities. On behalf of the district's governing board of trustees and administration, we are grateful to the Foundation for Central Schools and all of the sponsors who make this special program possible. And to Stacey Gonzalez, thank you for allowing us to honor the memory of your daughter and being an integral part of the scholarship program. Your stories of Janessa are the inspiration for this mural and the students who apply for this scholarship. Congratulations to our 2021 Janessa Ramirez Scholarship recipients.
Thank you for joining us today. Don't forget, our virtual auction is still live until 8 p.m. Visit 32auctions.com/2021JRS. 100% of proceeds benefit the Janessa Ramirez Scholarship Fund.
It's so important to all of us to remind us how fragile life is, to know how precious our children are, and to do all we can to protect them and to make sure that gang violence is not allowed or tolerated in our city, because bullets do not have eyes. And ultimately, like we see in this case, we have an unintended victim, a 9-year-old struck down and held in her mother's arms at the time of her passing.